Hey there, it's Crissy Keye Rollins here. If you're new to this video series, I've been taking you on a deep dive into understanding the creative process so that you can feel fully equipped to create whatever you desire in your life. In today's video, I'm sharing with you insights around part of the unseen aspects of the creation process, and specifically, why and how to align your energy with the energy of the cosmos to allow for more ease and flow in your creative process. Plus, I'm going to be walking you through the simple and creative process of making your own moon water. So let's get started. I was inspired to do today's video focused on aligning your energy with the cosmos because right now, at the time of this recording, we are experiencing some planetary retrogrades and an eclipse season. And I thought it would be helpful to share how these cosmic happenings can affect, influence, and show up in your day-to-day life. By becoming aware of these happenings and the energy that they bring, you have the opportunity to better understand what is happening around you and within you over the next several weeks while we ride this energetic wave together. The information that I'm sharing in this video is so timely, I thought it would best serve everyone by instantly making it accessible to the public, when typically you'd have to wait at least 3 weeks after my recording unless you're a member of my community over on Patreon. And if you're interested in gaining early access to this entire series, then I invite you to visit the link below and join the rest of my patrons at the membership level that is right for you. By becoming aware of these insights that I'm sharing throughout this video series, it will help you to overcome challenges and limitations that have been holding you back so that you can ditch the excuses and show up in life with confidence and clarity. So be sure to keep following along with this series, whether you join the community or not. So if you've been following my videos over the last several years, you've probably heard me talk several times about retrograde energy. I used to do an ongoing energy update where I would share insights like this. If I find the Mercury retrograde links, I will drop them in the comments below. Today, I'm just talking about retrogrades in general, in eclipse in general. If you want more specifics, this is not the video for you. This is just kind of scratching the surface so that you can become aware of what these different cosmic happenings do in your life and how they influence your day-to-day experience. So retrogrades in general, regardless of what planet we are talking about in retrograde, it is the movement of the opposite direction of a planet or a heavenly body. And when this happens, what we experience here on this earthly human realm is that we tend to kind of relive the past. We run into things that we've dealt with before. A lot of times, especially when Mercury is in retrograde, that's probably the most popular one to be talking about. Mercury governs communication. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, it often disrupts communication. And in our day and age, that means technology can fail, emails don't get sent, data gets lost off of computers, machines break down. All of this disruption that seems to happen are typically things that we've been through before. A lot of times we think that we've learned our lesson and we should be done with that and never have to deal with that angst or that problem again. But no, retrogrades come around. We start to relive situations and circumstances that seem similar to our past. And this is happening not to punish you, not because you just haven't learned your lesson yet, but it's an invitation that's being extended outwardly to you from the universe to see how you are going to behave, how you are going to respond, and what you're going to decide to do with yourself during this upheaval. So to help you to align your energy with the energy of retrogrades, I invite you to consider that anything that goes awry over the next upcoming weeks, don't take it personal. It just simply is part of the disruption that happens when energies shift and move in a different direction. And instead of trying to duck your head and hide or not engage with the world or totally blow your lid, instead consider how you responded to similar situations in the past and what is a more evolved, whole picture, mature way that you can respond to the upheaval this time around. Perhaps in the past, you cast a lot of blame, you felt a lot of shame. So where can you this time around take some authority, take some ownership, and let go of your need for other people and circumstances to be different than how they are? So when you think retrogrades, just think, I'm going to be reliving things from my past or things that seem similar to things that I've dealt with in my past. This is where people from your past all of a sudden show up in your life. This is when, again, situations that you thought you were done with all of a sudden open back up again or take a different form, but have the same kind of feel and energy. Again, it is not a punishment. It is not a sign that you are doing anything wrong. It is just an initiation into the next level of your beingness and an invitation for you to express a more authentic perspective and reaction in dealing with the circumstances. So if in your past habit, you were used to taking it personally right whenever it happened and feel like this is an isolated incident that was wrong in your life that should have never happened, perhaps this time around, you can embrace it as part of the big divine unfolding and not take it personal and understand that life is just having its way with you. And it's up to you how you decide to interpret and respond to what is happening around you and within you. Speaking of disruptions, that's also what happens with an eclipse. Just think about what an eclipse is, whether we're talking about a solar eclipse or we're talking about a lunar eclipse. It's when another body passes directly in front of what it is that we're viewing, the sun or the moon, and it appears to block out all of the light. The interesting thing about eclipse is that it doesn't eliminate all the light and it doesn't last forever. It's a temporary blocking out of the light. Now, if we take that over in a metaphysical sense and in a spiritual sense, then you can start to equate this over to disruptions and upheavals and blindsides that you weren't expecting to happen. Now, here on deck for the entire month of May, which is the month that I'm recording this in, that's pretty much going to be the ongoing theme. So if it seems like everything's going wrong, if it seems like you can't get ahead, if it seems like everything was on track until all of a sudden you were derailed, just know that that is because you're tapped into the energy that is swirling around you and it's having an effect on you. So expect upheavals, expect blindsides. They're a great opportunity to remind you that you are not the one that's in control, and life has not agreed to unfold to your ego's preferences. In fact, it's going to do the very opposite quite so often. So instead of fighting and resisting and pushing against, or again, jumping to that blame, shame, judgment, or resistance, you can instead challenge yourself to embrace the blind side, to remember that even though it seems like it's lasting forever in your darkness, it actually will be a temporary passing. Look to see what is made visible once the light of the sun is blocked out, once the light of the moon is shadowed over. When you are in those darker spaces, things look different. Things can be distorted, perspectives can be off base. Some of what you're viewing can be just imagination from your mind. But if you take time to be still in that darkness, you may discover that it's not quite as dark as it seems, and it's not going to last quite as long as it may feel. So take deep breaths, trust the process, and consider relaxing into the upheavals and the blindsides as they happen. Now, since we're talking about heavenly bodies and their movement and their influence and their energy, this is why I wanted to talk to you about making moon water, which is a very simple thing that you can do. So in just a moment, I'm going to tell you a bit more about the qualities of the moon and why you would want to make moon water. But first, I wanted to also share that I have a few more tips and deeper insights around how to align your energy with the energy of the universe, how to work more in alignment with moon cycles, with the seasons, and so much more of the energy that is swirling around us at all times. I included these insights as part of the Empathic Healers course, which you can learn more about at the link below or by visiting holisticrestoration.com/empathic-healer. So go check that out after this video. And also, if you'd like to learn a repeatable formula for success that can be applied to any area of your life, I'm talking your body, your relationships, your finances, and so much more, then I would be honored to invite you to my second quarterly workshop of the year, which is going to be happening on Saturday, June the 25th. During this workshop, I'm sharing a conscious success formula that reveals and guides you through every step of the manifestation process, giving you a full overview of what to expect no matter what you are creating in your life. Plus, you'll walk away from this workshop with a repeatable recipe for success that you can consciously apply to every aspect of your life. This success formula is effective when you apply it to your business or your finances, to your family and your relationships, and also to your physical body and your overall health and well-being. If you're interested in finding out more about this workshop, then be sure to visit the link below for more details and to secure your seat today. This workshop series is one of the many bonuses of my community that you receive when you join at the tier 2 or above level. So if you want to gain free access to this entire series, including the workshop that we just had a couple months ago and the remaining 2 on deck for 2022, then go visit holisticrestoration.com/success formula after you finish viewing this video. I'll also note that early bird pricing is in effect right now and will be happening until June the 1st. After that, the workshop will go to its full pricing. So be sure to go check that out after viewing this video. And if you want to know how to make a power-packed elixir that may assist you in healing, balancing, reflecting, and gaining deep wisdom and insights, then stick around for the moon water tutorial because that's what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so for this tutorial, it's very simple what you need. All that you need to get is either like a pint or quart-sized glass jar. Any other glass container will work. It doesn't really matter what kind of container you use. I just have a preference for glass instead of using like a plastic or an acrylic type container. So if you have glass available to you, then grab that. And if not, work with what you've got. But it's great to have it be a clear see-through container. And you're going to need a well-sealing lid, just one that you can screw on and off fully that doesn't drain the water out or allow any debris or anything else to get into it. You're also going to need some water, so you will fill your jar with water. You'll place the lid on top to seal it. You can put this halfway full, you can put this all the way full. The beautiful and amazing thing about the properties of water is that any water that it comes in contact with will take on the properties of the infused water that you're working with. So once you make your moon water, all that you've got to do is add more water to your jar before your jar of moon water is empty, and you should be able to replenish, revitalize, and infuse that water with the same wonderful properties that you're able to capture doing your initial batch of moon water. So you have your clear container, preferably glass, you have a sealed lid, and you're going to fill as much water as you intuitively feel guided to fill into your container. The only other thing that you need is a full moon. So check your calendar and see when the next one's coming up. Go ahead and prepare your jar of water. And when the full moon comes around, simply set your jar outside under the moonlight so that it can capture all the wonderful qualities of that moon energy throughout the night. In the morning, go out, grab your water, bring it back inside. You can use this moon water as an elixir, like a healing elixir, and you can consume it by drinking it. You can even just set your jar somewhere on a countertop or on a shelf and just bring those moon qualities into a room or into an area. You can use this to douse onto plants to water them with a little extra energy infused into it. You can use this water however your intuition guides you to use it. So trust yourself and explore what comes forward. You can use it during meditation times. You can use it throughout the day. You can use it to make tea with. It doesn't really matter how you use it. The important thing is that you take time to connect and reflect and allow yourself to receive the qualities that the moon provides through its wonderful reflective light healing energy. So let's talk about that for a minute. Why would you want to make moon water? Why would you want to bring that energy into your life? The energy of the moon is different than the energy of the sun. Anyone who has looked at one versus the other instantly notices that one is bright, overbearing, and it also distorts things and casts a lot of shadows. In the brightness, it's hard to see things perfectly clear because sometimes you have to shade your eyes and squint to be able to make out what is around you. The light of a full moon exposes things that you can't see during the daylight. So just like the moon reflects the light of the sun, it brings a reflective energy that allows you to see things from a different perspective. So if you're looking to open up your intuition, to develop your psychic abilities, to unlock your gifts, your purpose, or just to tap into a deeper wisdom that's within you, infusing water with this reflective, revealing energy of the moon and bringing that into your daily life can help you to uncover and to resurface some wisdom that is buried within you. Now, I know some of you out there watching this are already familiar with moon water. You may even practice making moon water on your own. And I definitely want to hear from you if you have tried this before, what benefits you have found, and if there's anything that I didn't touch on regarding retrogrades, eclipses, or the qualities of the moon that you would like to add to broaden this conversation. I invite you to drop some comments below so that we can all learn from each other. If you want to take your moon water to the next level, as I have with this one, you can also add a safe crystal to use in making a crystal elixir. Not all gemstones and crystals are safe for consuming in this way, so definitely make sure that you do your research before consuming crystal infused water to make sure that it is one that is safe. I made a previous video in this creation series sharing how I make crystal elixirs, so I'll drop a link to that in the comments below as well, and then or in the description below as well, and then you'll be able to go back and watch those. But I can tell you offhand that most of the crystals in the quartz family, which I use rose quartz in this particular elixir, are just fine to use. And again, if you have additional insights to share around the unseen energies that swirl around us all the time, or around making your own moon water, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below so that we can all learn from you as well. And if you take on this fun practice of creating moon water, then I want to hear about that too. And the next time that you find yourself wondering what reflections would help you to evolve to your next spiritual level, to unlock the next level of your healing, consider creating and consuming and reflecting with some moon water that you make for yourself. I'd also like to know what you would like to see me create and discuss around the creation process. What would you like more insights around, and what questions come up for you around the creation process? So definitely share those thoughts in the comments below as well. And I want to thank you for watching and sharing this video with others. If you found value in what I shared, then give this video a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button wherever you are viewing this and turn on notifications so that you can know every time that a new video drops. Your help in supporting this channel really means a lot to me. And if you haven't done so already, I invite you to check out the community that I am building over on Patreon. I want to give a shout out to all the wonderful patrons that are already there and supporting this conversation and keeping it going. And you can check that out, of course, at the link below. And in this community, I am guiding you throughout the year on how to discover and live more fully into your purpose, how to create a life that's aligned with your purpose, and how to do it all in a way that is a service to others. So if you're interested in plugging into that conversation and support, then hop over to bit.ly holistic support for more details. All right, go check that out. And either way, I look forward to seeing you again next week with another creation process video and tutorial walking you through the creative process. Bye.